let's do this. What are we doing?
So, thank you guys.
Are you filming right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just pretend you're talking to me. So who are you guys? What are your names? Where are you from?
I'm Summer.
Uh-huh.
I'm Erik.
You guys got a little promo in the apple farm video too.
The ice skating video.
Sweet.
You guys probably fell down.
We didn't catch
No,
that.
we missed it.
That was good.
Where do you guys move from?
Originally from the Monterey Bay Peninsula in California.
Same with you?
Yeah, Seaside. We turn in those keys for these new keys.
You're going to be doing a lot of editing.
Oh no, it's fine. We're gonna leave a lot of this in. Yeah, this is perfect. What's your guys' background? So like, when you live down there, what did you do for work? What do you guys like to do for hobbies? You know, what do you do up here?
When I lived in Monterey, I actually had moved back to my hometown in Monterey from Texas to take care of my stepfather. And then when he passed away, I became a pet sitter. And before that, I was a vision therapist. But so yeah, I got to walk dogs on the beach and stay at really nice houses and, you know, just hang out with cats. And then up here, I've actually taken a little break, and I'm really enjoying getting used to the Pacific Northwest and all its beauty and just living life.
What about you, Erik?
Well, it's back in Monterey. I was a purchasing assistant director of the Silmar Conference Center down back home, and then COVID hit. Then I became a property manager for a storage company by the airport. And before that, this one came back into my life, and we've been attached to hip ever since. So yeah, and now we just decided to uproot our lives and move together and plant our seeds somewhere new because our town's so small. It ain't so small. It ain't big anymore. It's too expensive.
We were suffocating there.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people move out of that area because it's so expensive. But for us, it was just you couldn't go anywhere, walk anywhere, and just have peace. There was always something going, and this is the first place we've been to in a while where we came to visit the first time.
Have someone go Erik all the time.
Yeah, and everyone back home knew who he was.
We can take a hike hidden in the hills, far away without
going or hearing Erik. So I remember the first time we went hiking here was actually on our anniversary, and we looked around and we were like, "There's nobody here." It was incredible. We hiked for a whole hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, without seeing a soul.
What trail was that?
That was over by, was it?
There was over South Creek. We did that one. Oregon.
I mean,
it was like some
it's
nature.
happened a lot of places
Across
here.
from Beacon Rock, there's a trail that takes you up to the hidden waterfalls up in there.
I think the one we went on was up in Whipple Creek. Yeah.
You know, Whipple Creek is so close, and we've never really been there.
Pretty. It's gorgeous. And that's the thing. Everything here was like we came here. So this is where you guys play into this. So it was about, well, it was like 2.5 years ago now, or whatever, 3 years.
It was about 3 years ago.
We did some homework. This one did all the work. She had a stack of papers of neighborhoods, homeless for rent, where, from Salem to Oregon, all around Vancouver, and this and that. We did all this. We just rented a car. We just stayed a week and rented an Airbnb.
But how did we even find out about Vancouver?
It's two people that she showed me, what do you think of these guys? And I'm like, oh, they're rad. They're cool. You guys.
I found your video one day, and I was just about to go to sleep because I was researching till probably about 2 or 3 in the morning.
In Washington or just all over?
No, just in Washington, Oregon, and I saw this Vancouver one, and I'm like, what's Vancouver? Vancouver, Canada? And I almost clicked out of my laptop to go to bed, and I no, let me just watch this one more. And there's Hal Byrd. And I was like, Hal Byrd. And so I watched your video, and then I stayed up for probably another hour and a half watching every video that you did, taking notes.
She fell in love with you guys, and she showed me. I was like, oh, these people are...
The next day...
these are our people.
Yep, the next day...
I love these people.
Because, Ruben moved here with us too. And the next day I showed Ruben, I made him watch like 2 or 3 videos. He was like, yeah, they seem really cool. And I was
It wasn't fake. You know, we met some good realtors and all that, but you guys are real. You guys are who you are. What you see is what you get. And it was like a lot of heart, and there was a lot of soul, and it was just a lot of love.
you can tell that you
And
love
we were
to
like,
do it,
okay, you know, we could read people. We're like, oh, these people are genuine. And so that's what we just stuck with what you said. That's what we stuck. I was like, I don't care. I saw you running by them all. She said, this house.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, hey.
We were at the waterfront, right?
Yeah, that was for the Christmas shits, right?
Yeah, it was at the Christmas
That
ship.
would have been 20.
22.
It was like a
Yeah,
couple
it
years
was,
ago.
2022.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but you're the main reason why we really came up here. And so now, and she's living life which is the way she could do it. Now I'm a butcher at Chuck's Bill Prilling, assistant manager now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, now they're going to be opening up new stores, and I'm going to be running my own department here at the end of the year.
That's amazing. Good for Chuck. No, because now when people go and they move here and they go to Chuck's, they'll be like, I know someone there.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's the meat man.
I'm the guy I just came out of nowhere.
With his vegetarian partner.
My brother-in-law works, he's learning to be a chef at, what is it, Black Angus, right?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, out of nowhere, and in like 2 years, there's opportunities up here too. A lot of
There's
opportunities
so
in
many
Backbone.
opportunities up here. You know, Ruben, my brother, was a cook in Monterey, and it's so competitive down there. He would have never been able to reach second cook for years. And he was down here, and within weeks, he found a job downtown at the restaurant, and now he's in second cook position.
And you guys rented when you first got here?
What's that?
You rented?
We did. We rented, and that was another thing I researched the heck out of. Just like different neighborhoods, and Facebook was a great source to find just people that lived in different neighborhoods, and found this great little community. Rented a house, and it was a really nice
It was
place.
cute. It was nice. It
Yeah,
was
for
safe,
2 years.
Quiet, safe.
How was the rental process? It was pretty easy.
It was quite easy. We did everything still while we were in California. So the night we got there, they left the keys for us, and we walked right in. And
Good people, and they were just
Yeah.
on it, you know, maintenance, landscaping, all that. It was cool. It was good. We lucked out.
And then what about the buying experience? What was that like? Like from the time when you were like, okay, Hal, we're ready to start looking at houses.
you know, I was very anxious because I knew I was going to have to do all the work.
Out of
Erik and Ruben, I knew that it was going to
The
be
paperwork
me.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The hard stuff.
The most important thing for me is I knew if I got a good realtor, it was going to make my life a lot easier. So I already knew who you were, contacted you. Oh no, I went to one of your events, the Apple Orchard events, and we got
And
to
you
talk.
made friends with some of my past clients too, right? Shout out to Jim and Tina.
Yeah.
What?
Jim and Tina, yeah, they got to work with you too, and
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, Hal's super sweet and really great to work with. And so I was like, you know what? Based on what I gathered, what they told me, I was like, okay, done
What
deal.
we saw back home, we're like, oh, these are the ones.
So we called up Hal Byrd, and
You always make me laugh when I don't know if I told you this. Every time I call, she goes, "Hi, Hal Byrd."
Hal Byrd! I'll be in my room. Hal Byrd! I'm like, oh, there it is.
even when you were calling me, I'm like, Hal Byrd's calling me.
She shows me her phone.
But yeah, so the buying process actually was super easy. It was not stressful at all. We found a house pretty quickly.
You guys were so gentle and caring.
Yeah,
you guys are gentle and caring, and you guys
took
were just
good care of us.
it just made us relax and comfortable. Comfortable is the word, you know, and you worked with us, you know, and like the things like, oh, do we call? Oh, and then you're like, yeah, no problem. Boom,
And
you
even,
know? And I'm gonna cut you off. It's like, I wake up and I'm like, it's like 2:30 in the morning. But what are you doing? Emailing with Hal? I'm like, dude, like go to bed.
Well, that's true. I think we were talking at one point until like 11 or 12 at night.
super late.
Yeah, and I'm like, see,
Look, we got
that
too
what
much. You
we're
can't pick
putting
that up and
offer?
go around with it.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because when you guys submitted, there were 3 other offers.
There were 3 other offers.
We were the first ones. Actually, so I remember because it was it Friday? you called me and you're like, hey, I just saw this house on whatever website, whatever name.
Just popped up.
And you were like, I think we should go see it. And I was like, can you be ready in an hour? Like, let's go right now.
Yep.
We were the first showing. We submitted an offer the next day. We were the first offer. And the sellers, rightfully so, they had a big open house. I think they had like 30 people come through the open
We came.
house.
They had more
Oh, that's
than
right.
that.
You went, you went to do recon.
Oh, this house looks great. The lady that was showing it.
I think they had about 50 people that walked.
There was a
through
lot of
this
people.
house.
Is that the day after you came to look at it?
Yeah, that would have been the Saturday.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. And we, I was like, do they have to have the open house? But they
We tried to get them to
walking
make a
around here.
decision before.
We're like, and everyone's like, get out of our house.
Was it snowing? Did it snow when you
It was, yeah.
Right before that, no snow.
Yeah.
If you look
There
at the
was-
pictures, it's all snow everywhere.
There was
yeah.
still snow on the island, yeah. So we put in an offer. You guided me through that because first of all, I had no idea what the market was. I mean, a little bit just based on research, but it's so weird because, 1 month things would slow down, the next month houses were selling like that. So I felt like we had to jump on it, and you were like, absolutely. So you guided us in the right direction. And
It's good stuff.
and,
We use this.
and when you called me, to tell me that we got the house, you're like, I have good news and bad news. I was like, oh. Yeah, you got the house. I was like, thank you, Albert.
We start crying. We're all like emotional.
Well, I was by myself because you told it was like around 9:30 at night, and this one was already asleep, and Ruben was at work. So I was like shouting at the top of my lungs in my room by myself. So my cat was like, "What's going on?"
Well, then she called me at work, and she goes, "I'm at work because I'm at work
The
at
next
5:30 in the
day,
morning."
I called
I'm
her
like,
the next day.
oh, it's so busy, and she's like, I got some bad news. I was like, oh, man, and she's like, we got the house, and I screamed, and then in the back of my work, and I'm like,
What's going on?
oh yeah, it was awesome. And then
I said no.
I started tearing up at work.
I said no. He was like, "What happened?" I'm like,
Yeah, what happened? What's wrong? That's what I always
He's all, "We didn't get the house." I'm all, "Well, we did get the house." I pulled Hal Byrd because that's what you did to me.
And now,
Make it light,
Yeah.
have some fun with it. Now you have the keys.
Yeah.
What was it about this house that really sold you guys?
The neighborhood had to be number one. So when we pulled up to the house and I realized, oh, this neighborhood looks really nice and quaint and safe and
space between the homes. There's
Yeah.
the wide streets.
Yeah.
It was quiet.
yeah.
And
But when
I like when we were looking at the house and Eric, you're like, you were looking out the window half the time, like, what kind of cars are going by? Like, who's in the neighborhood?
well, I have noise issues and I have people issues as well. Not gonna lie. And so when we're out there hanging out, I'm like, and then I see people pulling into their houses, and I say, y'all have gray hair, y'all have glasses, and they look like they're about 16 up, so there won't be no parties, no boom, 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 none of this. And so it's like, yes, I love it.
So we loved the neighborhood, and then when I walked in the house, I was like, oh, wow, this is I was not expecting this. And then what sold me though was that patio. When I saw that patio and I realized, oh, I have somewhere to drink coffee, hang out, especially when it's raining. I needed a space where I could go outside year round because the place where I'm now, although it's great, you can't be outside all the time because there's no covering and it rains all the time here. So, well, not all the time, but a lot of the time. So the patio was what sold me.
You know what I got when I walked in here, honestly? It felt very warm. It felt like home. It felt like a homely place, like this just felt, it was a warm feeling. Like, I can live here. We can live here, and this is doable. That's what I got out of it.
Had a lot of good upgrades.
It's beautiful. It's open. You got space. You're not on top of each other. You can maneuver. We've been at homes where you're like, I'm Porter. Not John. Excuse me.
Like you're in a restaurant.
Yeah, and I'm a giant, so it's like, and it's like you can move freely. It's really nice. It's open. It's beautiful.
Because even in the house right now, I swear
There's a hallway.
There's a hallway just like this.
I'm like, sorry, excuse me. All right, moving on. Robot
I'm
move.
sure you could relate to that. Jared can definitely relate to that.
But no, it's beautiful. And plus, you get so much room. The amenities is amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
The color, everything.
No HOA, which was one of the things you guys didn't want.
I didn't mind an HOA, but Ruben and Eric.
I don't mind. I don't care. But I also like to feel that when fall and spring comes, I like to take pride in what I do. I want to get out there and start weed whacking. I want to get out there and mow the lawn and trim or do whatever it takes and clean the leaves out of the gutter. That's what people do at their homes. That's what my dad did, or we did it back home. Take pride. I love that. Yeah. And actually, until my body shuts down, 6 more months.
We got a long time before that. A long time.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, if you just look around here, you see what we're talking about. It's just phenomenal.
And it was nice walking through the house with you too, because I noticed you have a lot more knowledge just about like the kind of siding that's on the house, and you can do this here, and I like how they did this, and it made me feel confident in buying at this house as well, because I was like, oh wow, she knows a lot more about.
Well, you know your stuff.
Yeah, a lot more.
You both do. Yeah.
There were a couple other realtors that were fantastic people, but they'd be on the phone calling, hey, do you know what this thing is for?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Remember? And like you knew everything.
You're the kind of people that you're not just business and realtors. You guys can be friends. And that's just
you
straight
build
up
community.
You're friend material, straight up. You're not just all business and this and that. I could actually hang out with you guys and go get dinner or something and just shoot the breeze. You guys are awesome. That's just that's how it is. For me, I'm living here.
Well, even Ruben, because Ruben's very, he keeps himself and he doesn't talk a lot and he's shy. And he even said he felt comfortable around you guys, so that was nice.
The minute that you told me that about him, I was like, okay, I want to make sure that when we're going through things, because Eric, if you say yes, and Summer, if you say yes, and then Ruben won't say anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ruben, what do you think?
I know.
Yeah.
I always post the trust where we get him out to go on a hike. Let's go on a hike. We go to waterfall. We're walking around. It's all it's pretty hot. He's all, stupid.
But inside, he's loving it.
Yeah, he's loving it. But he's like, this place is garbage.
When I first showed him the house, I was like, what do you think he's on? I hate it. And then he just looked at me and smiled. That's when I knew he loved the house.
Yeah. And this kitchen was, I think, hearing how you guys use the kitchen, and the fact that when we saw the house and we stopped here and we're already hanging out talking, feels like the same way we're talking now.
We get to use the conversation piece, and then we're sitting at home after we got it, okay, dining room table, boom, settings, and we just went and got a big rug at in Oregon. And that's gonna be the first thing we bring over tomorrow, laid out on the floor. So it's the fun times now. Planning, getting the little things and
all the stress.
You see this right now? As long as she's happy and smiling, I'm happy and smiling.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
Super happy for you guys.
Thank you.
I love this house.
I do too.
It's really. I show my mom shop. Oh my god.
Everyone we show.
It's too fancy, and everyone's like, "You're so bougie." It's not wait till our furniture comes in.
That's funny. Okay, last question. I forgot, but this isn't on our list, but is there anything that you would tell people who are watching this video, either who are thinking about relocating here or thinking about using me as a realtor? Is there any last words you would share with people?
Do it. Don't be stupid.
I mean,
you might want to edit that out though,
No.
You most surely will not edit that out.
That'll actually be the first
the teaser.
Yeah.
If you want someone, like I said, I hear it say, if you want someone that cares and wants you to be happy and live the rest of your life in a place and with some good people.
Who's very knowledgeable of the area, of the homes here, the neighborhoods. I mean, I would suggest everyody go with Hal Byrd.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
you're amazing.
Sell it, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's it's a no-brainer. I mean, just give it a try. Go to the past and watch these posts and videos, whatever they do, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
I would say definitely go watch your
We're here.
videos.
We're here, and we're very picky. We're very picky.
I would say
And
watch the
I'm very
videos
happy
on
right
YouTube.
now.
Watch the videos on YouTube. And then you have all these great functions that you have that people can meet you at. And then talk to us. Talk to all the other people that use you. There hasn't been anyone that we've talked to who hasn't had nothing but fabulous things to say.
Yes, it is a business, and they're doing it for us, but they care. You guys care, and that's pretty much it, and that's what it is. I don't want to keep, making you guys sound like, and all this, but it's true. You guys are the real deal, and that's why we're here right now. So thank you.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Thank
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, congrats.